Hello, hello, and welcome to Scrollscast number 7. My name is Smogan, and we've got a good game here. Finally got some Order on this channel, the first Order game I've had the pleasure of casting in the Scrollscast series. Order is, of course, pretty popular on the ladder. Typically, folks play the Tempo Order variant, but Alsage, I believe, plays a more late-game version. As you can see in his opening hand here, he's got Honorable General, Knight Scholar, Gallant Defender, definitely not looking to win the game quickly. For those of you that are interested in more Scrollscast games, after you're done watching this one, check out the Badger Guild YouTube channel. We've got a number of videos up there, so give us a subscribe so that you can be notified when new matches are casted. So going up against Alsage, we have Blackhawk playing a Decay deck as well. Alsage has a good start. Winged Soldier will be a turn 2 play, plays it in the middle. Switches the turn over to Blackhawk. Let's see. I've noticed a lot of players playing Reaping Mask lately, but I have still yet to see one actually get into play. It just gets sacrificed a lot. Viscera Sage played towards the top. Alsage has a focus from the top of his deck, sacrifices it for resources, no third turn play. Passes over to Blackhawk, who does have a third turn play come up with an Ilmire Rot Eater. He'll need to decide what to sacrifice first. Probably one of the Life Stealers. Probably wants to hold on to the Witch Doctor if he can. Does sacrifice a Life Stealer. Has his third turn play Rot Eater. Deciding if he wants to play it behind his Viscera Sage. He can't put it anywhere in the middle. Unless, well, he could. See, this is an interesting play because that means that he loses his Viscera Sage, which will, of course, pump the Rot Eater. But I don't know that that's worth the card. And what Blackhawk... I don't know if Blackhawk's willing to be that far behind on the board so quickly, but having a 4 health, 4 power Rot Eater could be worth it, I suppose. We see a Wings Captain come down for Alsage as well. He splits his units to avoid poison area of effect damage. Another Viscera Sage for Blackhawk. Sacrifices it for resources up to Damning Curse mana, which takes out the Wings Captain. So the 4/3 Rot Eater is in the middle. Vulnerable to a Blessing of Haste or Roasted Bean Potion, and that's what comes up for Alsage. So he does cast the Bean Potion, moves into the middle, and that takes out the Rot Eater. So last few turns have been just units being played, units dying. The punchline is that Alsage basically gained +1 card advantage from the Viscera Sage that died. Life Stealer comes down at the bottom for Blackhawk, much beefier unit, much more difficult to kill with just one creature attack. Couple of tricks in Alsage's hand, though. He's got pushback, he's got reversal. I believe that was speed that he sacrificed. Gallant Defender as well. Strong unit when you are behind, and this deck will be behind in the early game pretty frequently. Pestis for Blackhawk. Sacrifices it up to Witch Doctor resources. Plays it, now very strong position. Very difficult to kill these two units. Pushback and reversal help that, though. Both tricks are very solid right now. Will it be worth holding on to them or sacrificing up for Honorable General? If he keeps the reversal, he could turn that into a great way to kill this Witch Doctor. See, it takes the frontmost and rearmost. So if the Witch Doctor's in the middle, he's protected from it, and that is unfortunately where Witch Doctor tends to be. Blightbearer up, he'll be sacrificed for scrolls. And we see Harvester and a Soul Steal. Soul Steal's pretty good, perfect against that Winged Soldier. We'll see the Harvester come down first, though. Moves his units up, ready to engage the army. Harvester down behind the Witch Doctor. Soul Steal drops the Mire Shambler at the very bottom, where it's safe. Excellent positioning on that. Kabonk could just take out that Shambler right now. Instead chooses to play it on the Witch Doctor. Gets the cantrip up. Roasted Bean Potion, so his units will all be able to attack next turn off the Honorable General, so we may see a Winged Soldier come down here. Moves his units up away from the attacking Witch Doctor. Winged Soldier down. Note that Gallant Defender does have 2 armor right now. Heap your Scryer, sacrifice for scrolls. Rot Eater, and another Soul Steal. So Winged Soldier is going to be met with the same fate as the last Winged Soldier. Moves up. Will he move up the rest of his units as well? At least the Life Stealer. And yes, the Harvester comes as well. Moves his whole army up. Rot Eater comes down. Soul Steal. Places it safely. Excellent. I would have liked to see him play the Rot Eater behind the Mire Shambler. I know the Shambler is about to attack, but I believe the Rot Eater is just more valuable long term. It's not worth... I don't know. I guess I'm not sure what play could punish that. Maybe if he had a unit and then Roasted Bean Potion moved the unit down to kill it. But probably not a big deal right now. He does have resources to do Vanguard Bean Potion on his general, so all of his guys attack with extra power. If he stacks it correctly, I think yes, especially with the reversal play, he can't afford the Vanguard, but he can at least kill the Harvester if he wants, or he could pother the Harvester away and then sacrifices for scrolls, so he can only make one play right now. No units can come down to benefit next turn from the Honorable General. Goes ahead and triggers it. Moves up. He'll take out the Harvester. Waste a little bit of damage, but at least got that Harvester out of the way. Currently, the Gallant Defender will survive unless tricks are played because of the 2 armor. Loyal Darkling and Soulsteel. No Winged Soldier to cast the 3rd Soulsteel on, so that's a dead card right now, though it'll be useful next turn to finish off the Gallant Defender. Loyal Darkling will almost certainly come up to defend this Witch Doctor. If he thinks carefully, he can try to position to get an extra damage off the Mire Shambler, but I don't think it's important enough with that Soulsteel to worry about it. Alright, Winged Shield, another defensive unit. Purification, not particularly useful right now, so that's my bet to get sacrificed. Probably sacrificed for Scrolls because he can't play both the Vanguard and the Shield at the same time. If he gets the Vanguard down, that would be ideal because he's going to want that triggering with the General, though he could wait till... and then he could speed the General next turn and get the whole army attacking for a lot of damage. That would probably be what I would try to set up, but he's also got to watch his idols. Does sacrifice the Purification, Night Scholar, and Wing Shield in hand. He could play double Wing Shield. He could play Vanguard for a Wing Shield speed next turn. Chooses the Vanguard out, so that gives him a lot of flexibility next turn. Unfortunately, his Gallant Defender will die almost no matter what happens. But if he wants to have the Vanguard survive, he needed to move up, but he didn't. So I believe that even without the Soulsteel trick, the Rot Eater would finish off the Gallant Defender, then the Witch Doctor would kill the Vanguard. But with the Soulsteel, and if he can control the movement of his Shambler, I think he can wipe Owl Sage's board. I think Blackhawk's in a great position here. If he Soulsteals, moves the Witch Doctor up to take out the Vanguard, Rot Eater behind, and then can somehow get the Mire Shambler to move into that back slot for the remainder of that damage. Harvester and Soulsteel in hand with a Mangy Rat. Not particularly impressed by the Mangy Rat right now. I suppose it's good with Pestis. But there's the Soulsteel. All 3 Shamblers from all 3 Soulsteels still up. Does he see the board clear? Moves the Witch Doctor up. Moves into position. Let's see, how can he position this Shambler to have the best chance of jumping into this back spot? I don't think he can get it 100% because of where that Shambler spawned, but at least he can get it 50-50. 50-50 to kill the General. Best of luck, Blackhawk. I don't think he can stack it any better. Let's see if he's going to get it. I think spectate mode is just catching up. But here's the attack. Where is he going to go? He does move up, hits the 50-50, and Owl Sage's board is cleared. Unfortunate for him, but very fortunate for Blackhawk. Now, it's not too late for Owl Sage to come back, but it's certainly going to be difficult, which is this much Decay beef on his opponent's field. Sacrifices for more scrolls, a couple more tricks, a couple solid units. Wing Shield down with speed, so he does just go ahead and invest the card to take out the Mire Shambler. And then does go ahead and concede the game, recognizes that he is way behind and not coming back. Well done to Blackhawk defeating the late game order deck of Owl Sage. Thank you, everyone. My name is Smogan. This has been Scrollscast number 7. Remember to check out the Badger Guild YouTube channel, subscribe, like, comment. Let me know you like what I do so that I continue to do it. Have a good one. Go play some Scrolls.